Security concepts simplified. When it comes to security, there are a few key ideas worth knowing, and they don't have to sound intimidating. Let's break it down. First up is the concept of a flag. No, not the kind you wave at a parade, but a sneaky move, like tricking someone about where information is coming from. Think of it as the art of misdirection in the digital world. Then there are trade secrets, like a company's customer list built from their site's usage data, buying habits, and so on. These are the crown jewels of a business, and they're kept locked away for a good reason. Now, ever heard of data sovereignty? This comes up big time when companies move from on-premise systems to a hybrid cloud. It's all about making sure data stays within the boundaries of specific laws and regulations, which can get tricky when cloud storage spans the globe. Another thing that's surprisingly overlooked is failover testing. You think simulating how a system bounces back from failure would be a big deal, but it's not something many prioritize in their exercises. On a related note, we have fail open, which is when systems prioritize availability over security in failure scenarios, like inline network taps that keep traffic flowing even if they go down. Sometimes you just can't afford a full stop. Threat hunting is like detective work for your network. For example, spotting an admin account being created after hours. Yeah, that's fishy and worth investigating. Lastly, there's directive control, the backbone of security, built on policies and procedures to keep everything running smoothly. Malware backup and disaster recovery, simplified. When dealing with malware backups and disaster recovery, there are a few key tools and strategies to know about. Let's break them down. First, malware and backups go hand in hand. The best way to protect backups from malware attacks: use air-gap backup servers. These are physically or logically isolated from the main network, meaning malware can't easily reach them. It's like keeping your valuables in a safe that's not connected to the rest of the house. Next, there's the concept of a hot site. Imagine your primary data center goes offline due to a disaster. What now? The hot site is fully equipped backup data center that's ready to take over immediately. It's like having a spare car in your garage fueled up and ready to go when your main ride breaks down. Lastly, let's talk about jump servers. These are secure systems designed to act as a bridge between different security zones. They're like a high security checkpoint that ensures only authorized users can manage devices in sensitive areas of your network. Network security made simple. When it comes to keeping networks secure, there are several tools and techniques worth knowing. Here's a quick rundown. First up is port security, which acts like a bouncer at a club, only allowing devices with specific MAC addresses to connect. It's a simple but effective way to filter out unwanted guests. For more advanced device authentication, there's 802.1x, the gold standard for preventing unauthorized connections. Think of it as a VIP-only entrance that checks credentials at the door. On the encryption front, authentication header AH is a key part of IPsec, ensuring the entire packet is authenticated so nothing sneaky slips through. Speaking of IPsec, transport mode is handy for creating policies based on the destination port of remote traffic, giving you more control of what gets in and out. For an all-in-one network defense, Unified Threat Management UTM systems offer a suite of tools, though don't expect mobile device management MDM to be included. It's not a common feature here. Then there's software-defined networking, SDN, a modern approach to networking that shines when it comes to scalability. It's like having a network that grows and adapts as your needs change. If you want to limit access by location, geographical restrictions are key. For instance, you can block logins from distant locations within a tight time frame, like 10 minutes, which helps stop suspicious activity. Lastly, we have span port, which actively monitors network traffic without being in line, meaning it doesn't interfere but keeps an eye on things. With these strategies, you can build a robust and flexible network security setup that keeps intruders out while adapting to your needs. Cryptography and data security mode. made simple. Keeping data secure is essential in today's digital world, and cryptography plays a huge role in making that happen. Here's a breakdown of some key concepts. First, there's Transport Layer Security, TLS. It's the go-to protocol for securing sensitive communications, while when you're logging into a bank website or sending emails. Think of TLS as an encrypted tunnel that keeps your information safe from prying eyes. For encrypting sensitive data, Advanced Encryption Standard AES 256 is the gold standard. With its strong encryption, AES 256 ensures that even if someone gets hold of your data, they won't be able to read it without the key. Then we have hashes, which are like digital fingerprints for files. They create a unique string of characters based on the file's content, so even the smallest change will result in a completely different hash. This makes hash comparison a powerful tool for ensuring the integrity. If the hash matches, the file hasn't been tampered with. Lastly, there's cryptography on IoT devices, Internet of Things, which is a bit trickier. These devices often have limited memory, CPU power, and storage, making it harder to implement strong encryption. Despite the challenges, lightweight cryptographic solutions are being developed to keep these devices secure. By understanding and using tools like TLS, AES 256, hashes, and tailored cryptography for IoT, you can ensure your data stays safe, whether it's on a server, in transit, or on a tiny smart device. Load balancing and scalability. In the world of modern IT, ensuring your systems can handle growing traffic and adapt to change is crucial. That's where load balancing and scalability come in. Here's a quick guide to these concepts. A network load balancer is like the traffic controller of your network. It distributes incoming traffic evenly across servers, scales horizontally by adding more servers, and even allows for patching systems without taking them offline. It's all about keeping things running smoothly. When it comes to how traffic is distributed, least connection load balancing is a smart strategy. Instead of piling traffic onto the next available server, it checks how many active connections each server has and directs traffic to the least busy one. If your servers have different capabilities, weighted least connection takes it a step further. It factors in both the power of the server and its current load, ensuring the stronger servers can handle more traffic without being overwhelmed. Then there's elasticity, one of the cloud's superpowers. It allows your system to automatically adjust to changes in a workload, scaling up when traffic spikes and scaling down when things quiet down. It's like having a rubber band that stretches or contracts as needed. By combining load balancing techniques with cloud elasticity, you can ensure your applications stay responsive, even during peak demand, while using the resources efficiently. Virtualization and cloud computing. Virtualization and cloud computing have transformed how we manage IT systems, offering flexibility, scalability, and convenience. Let's break down some key concepts. Virtualization snapshots are a lifesaver. They let you capture the current state of a virtual server so you can revert to it later if something goes wrong. It's like hitting undo for your entire system. In the cloud, serverless architecture takes things a step further. It's scalable and doesn't require any server management. However, it's not the best fit for complex applications that need more control or customization. For those who want to outsource the heavy lifting, infrastructure as a service, IaaS is the way to go. With IaaS, the cloud provider takes care of the physical infrastructure, data centers, networks, and hosts, while you manage your application and data. On the networking side, software-defined wide area networks, SD-WAN, improve connectivity and performance across dispersed locations. However, SD-WAN isn't typically included in Unified Threat Management (UTM) services, which focus more on security than advanced networking. Finally, there's Secure Access Service Edge (SASE), a cutting-edge approach that blends SD-WAN with zero trust principles, cloud access security brokers, and firewalls. It's a comprehensive solution for secure and efficient cloud connectivity. Together, these tools and concepts make IT infrastructure more efficient, secure, and adaptable to changing needs. Power and availability. Power and availability are the backbone of a reliable IT system, ensuring everything keeps running smoothly even when challenges arise. Here's what you need to know. An uninterruptible power supply, UPS, is a must-have for any critical system. It acts as a safety net, providing continuous power during outages, so your servers and devices don't go down unexpectedly. When talking about availability, it's a key part of the CIA triad, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. High availability becomes especially important during extended maintenance windows, where systems must remain operational despite ongoing work. The first step in designing a system for high availability is to identify single points of failure. These are the weak links in your setup, like a single server or a network device that everything depends on. By identifying and addressing these points, you can ensure your system stays resilient, even under stress. By combining a reliable UPS, a focus on availability, and eliminating single points of failure, you can build a robust IT environment that minimizes downtime and maximizes performance. Firewalls and segmentation. Firewalls and network segmentation are essential for keeping your system secure and organized. Here's a quick breakdown. A screen subnet firewall is like a middleman between your internal network, web servers, and the internet. By segmenting these areas, it ensures that traffic flows securely between them while keeping sensitive data protected. Security zones take segmentation further by isolating groups within your network. For instance, employees accessing shared resources can be placed in a separate zone from external users, reducing the risk of unauthorized access or data leaks. By using firewalls and segmentation together, you can create layers of security that protect your network and make it easier to manage access and resources.